Today we're going to go over varieties to plant in your containers. Now, this is going to vary from what you want to grow. So everybody's going to be different. Not everybody is going to want to grow what I'm growing. So this may not even pertain to you. But I have decided that I want to grow in my containers these purple Viking potatoes, yellow straight neck squash, some lettuce, and it is a mixed green blend, some rainbow Swiss chard, carrots, radishes, peppers, bunching onions, and tomatoes. Let me go over why I picked these varieties. And like I said, what you want to plant, your varieties will probably differ from mine. It's whatever you think and you know that your family will eat is what you want to plant. So first of all, I picked the purple Viking potato. The reason why I picked this is because it is a shorter day potato, in that I know I can grow it in a container because it does not need mounded. And what I mean by that is that it is a determinate potato and that it will grow in about 4 inches of soil, and then as the leaves grow, I don't have to keep adding soil. This is, you plant it and you let it grow. They grow just one layer of potatoes. They will, and that's why it is an early potato that I wanted to have close to the house here. That way I knew that this potato did not need mounded. Your indeterminate potatoes, which are a longer season, will need more dirt as the leaves grow up because they grow in several layers of potatoes as they grow. So this potato is a determinate potato. It's an early potato. It's really good. We enjoy it. It's almost like the red potatoes, but it has purple skin and a white center. The lettuce that I choose is a mixed green gourmet mixture, just because it's a 45-day to 65-day variety, and we really enjoy this. I had some just regular green zucchinis growing in the closet, and I brought out here, and I got busy and forgot to bring him in one night that it frosted, so my zucchinis do not look that great. So I decided instead of the green zucchini, I was going to do the yellow squash, straight neck yellow, and we'll see how that goes in a container. Rainbow mixture Swiss chard, just because it's very pretty, and why not make your container garden pretty as you are getting food. And also the watermelon radish, same reason. It's pretty cool. I just thought I'd grow it. And some red cord carrots. Those look pretty good. Might as well grow them. Also, we are going to be planting tomato and pepper plant. Pepper plant is really good at putting in a container, and if you can put it in somewhere in the winter time and it's already in a container and you don't have to transplant it, then you can protect it during the winter time, and a pepper plant can last 5 to 7 years, believe it or not, and just produce just as well as the first year that you planted it and started it, so we are going to go ahead and put a pepper plant in a pot. Then that way I can just take it in and let it go dormant, protect it from any cold, and then next year I can bring it back out and I am, you know, way ahead of the game. And then we have tomatoes that I am choosing to do a determinate variety. Yes, tomatoes and potatoes both are indeterminate or determinate. So in tomatoes, a determinate tomato plant gets it. Okay, this is the easiest way to remember it, is how I remember it. A determinate tomato determines its size. It sets all its fruit, it's all at one time. An indeterminate potato or tomato will continue growing, and there's like no end in sight, and it will set on fruit and ripen fruit at different stages throughout the growing season. So if you have a lot of room, grow the indeterminate. They just keep growing and keep setting fruit. You'll have fruit all summer long. But if you have a limited space, then you may want to lean more towards the determinate tomatoes, where they only get a certain height. So, and then the onions, I'm choosing to do some bunching onions here in my containers just because it's a limited space. And really, I'm looking for a little salad garden, and bunching onions do really good in a salad. So, like my radishes, my carrots, my lettuce, and my bunching onions, that's a good salad. Tomatoes, some peppers, that's gonna be good. So let's go over that one more time. Potatoes are indeterminate or determinate. Indeterminate means you mound them up and they take more days to mature. The more you mound them up, the more layers that they grow under the ground, and the more potatoes that you would get. You do not have to mound them up. I do not. Even in my in-ground garden, I've got 4 rows of potatoes down there that I will not mound up anymore, and still get a good harvest out of them. The reason I do not mound them up is because I keep them under the landscape fabric, and they do wonderful under there. A determinate potato, you do not have to mound up because they grow in a single layer underneath the ground, and they are really good container varieties if you're growing potatoes in containers. And determinate and indeterminate tomatoes. A determinate tomato determines its size really before it even gets out of the seed. It determines the height that it wants to be, and it sets all its fruit all at one time. A indeterminate tomato will get an undisclosed height, however tall it wants to be, and it will set its fruit at different times throughout the growing season. So, now that I got all that taken care of, let's go plant something. Fabric bag is where I choose to plant my potatoes, and I am going to just go ahead and plant them in here. Here. And then just cover them up. And you may ask what I'm going to do right here. Is I think I'm going to go ahead and plant some corn in here too, because potatoes and corn grow well together, and I want to maximize my space. This longer one, I think I'm going to go ahead and put peppers in here. And let's go see what peppers we want to plant. Welcome to the jungle. Here we have all my peppers that I've started from seed, minus the pepper challenge from Cosmic Cultivators, and a lot of my tomato plants. So my peppers cannot be planted yet because the nights are cool, but I have jalapenos and red bell peppers. They're giants. And a purple, those are jalapenos. I have a purple pepper also. It's another purple bell, which I'm pretty sure that's what I'm going to plant over there. Yes, purple beauty bell that I got from Will It Grow last year. Look, it's already trying to bud. And my tomatoes. So when it's time to plant these, I will plant them in the containers, but right now I can't do it because the nights are so cool. I have to wait at least another week or so. But they're doing really well in there, and stays warm in there. The pots right here, these containers, is what I'm going to do my lettuce in. I always pour them out into my hand because I don't like to put my hand, if it is even a little damp, in the package. So I'm just going to sprinkle these in here. In all the layers, because this is a leaf variety and you can harvest it any size you want it. I don't worry about spacing because it's gonna grow the way it wants to grow anyways. You don't have to worry about spacing on this gourmet leaf lettuce at all. You can put as many or as little seeds as you want to in there, and then all I do is rough it up a little bit, get those seeds down in there, and you're good to go. All I really need to worry about is keeping the chickens out of it. And I do worry about that because I've been trying for the last week to keep them up so I could do this video. Alright. So that one is planted. On to the next thing. We have this one back here also. As you can see, it has no dirt in it right now, no soil. But that's because this one is going to be planted now. This one will be planted in 1 week. And that way I can ensure that I have a salad. And then the next week a salad. And then the next week a salad. Because I can use this cut and come again lettuce. I can cut it probably 3 times before I have to replant it. So that means I have 6 weeks worth of salad ready for my family. So not everything that I want to plant can be planted right now, but I'm going to plant as much as I can right now for this video. And we have our squash, and I'm just going to plant 2 seeds, and they're fairly nice looking seeds. Put them right in there, cover them up. We're good to go. We'll see how that does. Next on our list is I'm going to do these carrots. No, sorry. Next on my list is I'm going to do these radishes in these containers right here. And you can plant radishes almost in anything. Like, these are a watermelon radish, which I think is pretty cool. I don't usually do novelty varieties, but I thought, what the heck, for this container garden, this is not my main garden, so thought it would be cool. I'm going to plant just a few in here. Couple seeds per hole. Radishes do fairly well in just about anything. And they should do fine in here also. Cover them up. We'll water them in. That's about 10 radishes per container. And these are just small dollar store containers, so we'll see how well they do. Just remember, you're really going to have to water your plants in the containers more often because they will dry out quicker. So I have a few more seeds. I do not want to put them back in the package, so I think I'm just going to sprinkle more into there, and I'll just pluck them out as they grow. I'm going to try the carrots in this container. I poked some holes in there, and I'm just going to try to get 1 or 2 carrot seeds per hole. Much easier with pelleted seeds, but regular seeds work just fine too. You probably have to thin these because I see that I'm getting more than 1 or 2 per hole. But then again, I don't want to put seeds back in the thing, so here we go. Alright, for this one right here, I'm going to plant my Swiss chard in here. And I'm also going to plant more Swiss chard as some of the other plants come up. So this Swiss chard is 60 days. If you plant it in a smaller container like this, you can pick it like baby Swiss chard and put it in your salads. So that's probably how we're going to do it, because I'm going to go ahead and plant this a little tight for this container. Because also the beautiful thing about this is if these all come up, I can separate them. I can put them in a bigger container or separate them and plant them somewhere else. So none of it's going to go to waste. Right here, I wanted to tell you, I can't do it right now, but I need to get some more soil for in here. And I'm going to grow my sweet potatoes and some beans in this bed. Because sweet potatoes love beans, potatoes love corn. The main thing is to maximize your containers with your growing. Whatever you can do, if you can double it up on, you got a bigger container and you can double up on your little crops, you can do that. And by doubling up, I mean grow 2 things in one container if it's a big enough for those 2 items. You may not, like, I could have planted another potato or 2 in here, but I chose to plant some corn or some beans or some peas in here. Like, if you plant snow peas in there, that would be really good for your salad also. Now I still have empty containers that I need to get soil in. So there's still a lot. I can plant a lot more. I still have room to make, you know, to plant things in. I've got this right here is a blueberry bush that I moved from out front. This is also, I am saving them for friends and relatives. I'm going to plant my tomato in a bucket. But that is also another video that will be coming shortly about planting in buckets. So, alright, y'all have a great day. Thanks for joining me, and y'all come back.